Okay, welcome back. Today is Tuesday and it's 9:52 a.m. I have $7,408 in my account, and I've made this amount over the past 2 weeks. And I'm going to show you here step by step exactly how this system works so that you'll be able to trade exactly like I do using this system. So as you can see below, you have what is called the popularity tool, and this is a social trading tool that tells you what direction the majority of traders are trading at the moment. This tool is immensely important to this trading strategy, and it's also very accurate, especially with TradeRush, thanks to the huge number of traders on the site who are online and trading at the same time during all hours of the day. So at the moment, 57% of traders are saying the Euro-USD currency pair is going to go up. So we're going to go with the majority of traders. Now, in order to make a trade, you have to click on the 60 seconds tab. Now you can choose the currency pair that you want to trade. I'm trading the Euro-USD. Now down here, you have the graph that will show you how the currency has performed during the last hour. Those are the call and put buttons, the payout for this trade, and the return that you will get on your investment. Notice the fact, this is the guaranteed profit for winning trades, even if you win by a mere 0.5 decimal base. Okay, the second step is entering a $5 trade. We'll hit start, and then we'll click OK, and we're on. Down here, you can see the currency or asset that you're trading. This arrow right here shows you the direction you're trading. Right here is the value of the currency pair when I entered into the trade and the current value of the currency pair I'm trading. Then you've got the payout of $8.80. Oh, do you see how the bar has turned red? As I mentioned during the first video, TradeRush updates in real time. Now, the key thing when this happens is to not get excited. No matter whether the trade is green or red at the moment, it doesn't really matter. A lot of people tend to get stressed as soon as they see the red bar, and it's very important for me to emphasize. If you're just here to win one trade, you're in the wrong business. You have to keep your emotions separate from your trading session and concentrate on the strategy. Remember, as long as you're trading in the same direction as the majority of the traders using the popularity tool, you know you have an extra advantage. That advantage is that you are a consistent trader, and you are trading with a real consistent strategy. Okay, it looks like the bar turned green. This one is a winning trade after all. It's not what I expected, but I'm going to roll with it. I won the $8.80, which means I have a profit of $3.80. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to step 1 all over again. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to click on the binary options tab, look at the popularity tool and see what direction most people are trading. As you can see, 57% are saying it's going to go up. Let's enter a $5 trade again in the same direction as the majority of traders. Then we'll hit start, OK, and we're on again. Now, if I win this trade, I'm simply going to go to step 1 and 2 again and continue making these small $3.80 profits, which are going to add up to a nice amount of money as long as I don't lose a trade. Since I'm trading in the same direction as the majority of traders, it can take a while to lose a trade, but once it does happen, I'm just going to move on to step 3. Step 3 involves a $15 trade. That's enough to recoup your $5 loss, the $15 investment, and generate a profit of $6.40 on top of it and stay in the black. Now, as you may have noticed, an important thing about this strategy, especially when trading 60-second binary options, is the speed at which you enter into the trade. As soon as you lose a trade, don't hesitate for a second. You have to quickly follow up by continuing on to the next step. So we've got just a few seconds until this trade comes in. I'd hope that you'd see a losing trade, but it looks like this one's going to be another winning trade. And this just goes to show you how accurate the popularity tool is with TradeRush. It's really quite astounding. Its accuracy makes sense, though, because it reflects the trading decisions of such a massive number of traders who are all trading simultaneously. Now, I want to show you another important tool, the Open Positions tab right above the clock over here. Now, let me just select Euro-USD here, and I'm going to set it to today. All right, here you can see the 2 winning trades that I've made so far, each worth $5, and the payout rate for each trade is $8.80 minus the $5 investment. These 2 trades have given me a total profit of almost $8, but this is just the beginning. Now, let me just go back to the trading platform. Let me just click right here and choose Euro-USD. 57% of traders are saying Euro-USD is going to go up, so we'll click the 60 seconds tab, enter the $5 trade, hit call, hit start, and then we're going to hit OK. Now, I'm going to hope that this time you'll get to see a losing trade. Sometimes it does take ages to get to the losing trade using this system. I could actually make a losing trade quite easily by just trading against the majority that I showed you in the popularity tool, but I'm staying loyal to the steps in the system because I want to better show you what it's really like. I want you to see the complete step-by-step system from start to finish, and this is a live video, so it's not always easy to plan these things. But we'll just continue to roll with it, and I hope you get to see the next step. All right, look, we finally got that red bar that we were looking forward to seeing. And don't take that the wrong way. I'm not happy about it. I'm not sad about it. My emotions are completely removed from my trading. But since it looks like this trade is definitely not going to be a winner at this point, it's time for us to prepare for the next step. I'm going to have my cursor ready on the investment tab, ready to choose $15 as the next step. Remember, this is step number 3. So I'm just going to wait for the countdown here. It's just finishing up. And immediately I am moving on to the next step. Notice that I don't have time to look at the popularity tool, but that's okay. It doesn't change every single minute, and speed is of the essence here. Now notice I'm not pausing the video and saying, I'll be back in a second or anything like that. I really want you to experience how this system works, live. But while we're waiting, let's discuss the next trade, which is step number 4. If we do happen to end up losing this $15 trade, the next trade will be a $50 trade, which will bring in a profit of $38. Again, this is enough to cover the $20 in total losses from the $5 trade and the $15 trade and make a profit of $18 on top of it. So as you can see, the bigger the investment gets, the bigger the profit you can make as well. This is a nice compensation since no one really likes losing a trade, but as long as I know I've got a bigger profit waiting just around the corner, it tends to keep me going. So it doesn't look like this is going to be a winning trade after all. It's still red and it's very far away from my entry point. So I have to get ready with the next trade of $50 since we're only going to have a couple of seconds until this one expires. I'm going to get ready to go for $50. Hit the start button, then click OK. And we've moved on to the next trade. So this is a $50 trade, and I'm going to take the time again to discuss the next trade, which is going to be a little bit trickier. Now, it's the $125 trade, and I really hope you get to see it. I rarely get the chance to use this step since I trade according to the popularity tool in the same direction as the majority of traders. But today, we're lucky in that respect because the percentage shown in the popularity tool is not super decisive, so I really hope you get to see what happens next. Basically, what we're going to do if this trade doesn't come in is go for a $125 trade. The tricky part is that they don't have this amount available as a default, so I'm going to need to work around it. What I need to do is quickly go for a $100 trade, and then very quickly, immediately after that, I need to go for another trade for $25. And I need to do this as soon as possible so that both trades will expire almost simultaneously. So I've got that $100 trade ready to go, and yes, you're going to get to see the next step live. Now you have to be quick, okay? Immediately add the $25 trade, don't hesitate. Now at this point, my odds are looking much better. And you have to remember, I am consistently trading in the same direction as the majority of traders with a very predictable currency pair like the Euro-USD. And unless there is some serious news regarding the Euro or the US dollar or some unexpected crash, I can be quite confident that this trade will come in. This is one of the reasons that I recommend trading the Euro-USD. It's not as volatile as other more exotic currency pairs, but of course you can trade any currency pairs that you feel very comfortable with. And as you can see, as expected, it's looking very green, and you can already calculate the massive return for this $125 trade. It's going to boost my balance enough to cover any losses for today and at a generous profit as well. At this point, I'm going to wait for both trades to expire. I'm confident because I'm both consistent and trading in the same direction as the majority of traders. Okay, so I've won this trade, and the other trade's going to come in very soon. Remember, you have to set up both of these trades almost simultaneously with as small of a gap as possible. And it looks like this one, as expected, is another successful trade. Now look at that, $220 in just 60 seconds, and it's already showing up in my account balance, as you can see here. But remember, we also had a few losing trades there, so this $220 is not all profit. But we started off with $7,408, and if I just do a little bit of math here, give me a second. We come out in the black with this trade with a $32 profit. And that's a very good result for just 10 minutes worth of work. So what do we do now? That's right, we go back to step number 1. We look at the popularity tab to see the direction most traders are trading. And we look at it right there. Then we're going to go over and we're going to click on the 60 seconds tab, enter a $5 trade, click on call, start, and then we're going to click on OK right there. And now we're back in with a $5 investment. Now, for many of you, the video might start getting a little boring at this point, but it's important for me to show you more than one trading cycle. This is so you can really see how I handle various situations using the Smart Profit system. Now, while you can't necessarily predict the result of your trade, you can use a professional strategy for managing your investment, and you can correctly utilize a social trading tool like the popularity tool to your advantage. This way, you're always prepared for any situation that might come up. And as you're about to see, no trading cycle is the same as another. It looks like this $5 trade is not going to come in for me. So let me just get ready for step number 3. Remember, this is the $15 investment. And I'm just going to wait for this trade to expire. Then I'm going to go up and I'm going to get the $15 ready to go. And I'm going to be ready to move to step number 3 as soon as I can. And all right, it's time to move. Hit start, okay, and we're on to step number 3. Now, for those of you who are still maybe not sure whether the system is going to work for you or not, what I suggest you do is you open up a demo account with TradeRush and just give it a go with demo money. It's 100% risk-free. Now, TradeRush doesn't hand out demo accounts anymore because a lot of people took advantage of these demo accounts and just traded binary options for fun, and that kind of created a burden for their platform and slowed the site down a little bit. However, I was able to find a code that you can use, but please only share it with people who are serious about trading. This code is used by opening the live chat option, asking for a demo account, and if they say no, simply type the code DEMO500. That's DEMO 500. This will result in you immediately receiving $500 worth of demo money to try out the system on your own. So let's look back at the trade. As you can see, we're looking green, and I'm very, very far from the entry point, so it does look like this trade is going to be successful. And as you can see, the outcome is a little different from the previous trading cycle. But if we take a step back and we look at the big picture, we're making money. And that's what's so great about this system. This is the difference that you experience when trading with a real strategy. And look at my account balance. It's up to $7,447.20.